Son. What's up, good people? Everybody in America, everybody outside of America, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am yours, Karceno here, and we will get into this. Oh, definitely hold on and be strong. Let me get my hoodie on. Gets cool at night here in the shot town. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, now, where were we on this epic night? Well, let's go over it, shall we? Now, many people don't seem to understand or don't even know that there are levels. That's right, people. Boys and girls, there's levels. And when people extend to different levels and different heights, most times they're rewarded. Now, this story takes us to the basketball court. Player who had a lot of skill, a lot of promise, very gifted in his endeavors. He was so good on the court that he can not show up to practice. He could call off, say, I don't feel like coming in today, and I don't want to come in and practice at all. And they say, okay. Whatever he said goes. He went out every night, put on a show. And he thought nothing he could do could go wrong. He couldn't do no wrong. Everything was going to go right. Why wouldn't it? He's the star. He's the big time man on campus. So meanwhile, he kissing his wife, hugging the kids, taking the pictures, doing everything right. Then he decides to take a trip and go in there, and he goes in the locker room. He sees his teammates. He sees his teammates' girlfriend and go, wow, she's a bad one. So he knows, that teammate, he's on a 1-year deal. You know, they got a team option on him the next year. But I really like this girl. So I'm going to take him under my wing. I'm going to try to groom this guy and say, hey, you with me. So the player is like, wow, this guy's giving me attention. But the whole time, he wants his girl. So he goes ahead. He's doing everything in his power to get to this girl. He's shaking his butt. He's laughing at all the jokes. You're so funny. So he's doing all of these antics to try to get this girl. Right? And the girl just ain't going. She's no, no, no. That's my boo. That's my man. You know, and he was like, okay, let's play a game. Let's play a game called What If? What if your man was cheating on you? Would you start creeping out on him? Would you end things? If he finds, she's like, if I find out he was cheating on me, it's over. I'm not one of those girls who will stay. He said, oh, you wouldn't? That's what I needed to hear. I'm going to send you something. Boom! Her phone pings. It's a social media account. And it's the actual teammate with another girl that he provided for them. And he was just doing it just to be casual. The girl sitting on his lap and everything. So she's upset. Confronts him with it. They end up breaking up. And then he was like, yes, I can now get this girl. But the girl is like, you're married and got kids. Oh, no, that situation is honest. You don't understand. That situation is just for the cameras. That's a show. Like, we're not really together. So she said, well, I got to talk to her woman to woman before I make a move like that, because I don't want to be a homewrecker. There was no, you just don't need to contact my wife again. Trust me, it's an unspoken thing. If you go up to her and start talking, it'll look like you're rubbing it in her face. And that's the part she's not gonna have a problem with. So the manipulation part was in play. Everything was gonna happen. She said, I don't really know. I'm just probably need to just focus on my school and all that, because I still got to make these payments. He was paying it, my ex, but now, this situation has happened, and I don't think so. So, of course, he was on a team option. He didn't want to get beat up by the guy. So he goes up to the general manager and says, I need that player gone. He's got to go. He's got a temper problem. So the team decided to pass on his option and not pick him up for the next season. So now everybody's like, okay, they didn't pick him up for the season. So they thinking the player did something wrong, but the player told the rest of the players on the team that the other star player was trying to, take his girl. And of course, the star player was showering the other girl with gifts. Start paying for her schooling. He bought her a bracelet. He bought her all these things, roses, the candy she liked, all of that stuff he was buying. And he still didn't have the woman. So the woman said, I'm going to give you back the bracelet because I don't want to think like I'm using you. No, keep the bracelet. The fact that you brought it back showed me you the one. I'm going to wait for you. I'm going to wait for you. Meanwhile, he's sending money. This girl goes to college, get everything she wanted. And you know what she did? When she was ready, she was dating another player from another team. And this person got so salty. Because he was the star player. And she's dating another player who's basically a 2-year player on another team. He goes up to the general manager and says, I want that guy on the team. What is his contract looking like? The general manager's like, that guy, he's a 2-year player. He's just really got in the league. He's been doing okay, but we got enough pieces. We don't need another wing. No, we need him. So They go and get the player, bring him on to the team. They get the player on the team, and this player is a little Looney Tunes. This player's a little Looney Tune. He ain't all there, but he's a good player, hard worker, and everything. He's glad to be there. Then the girl comes over there like, oh my God. Like, it's a guy that's been trying to date me. He's the star player on the team. She's like, I don't want to go there because he turned on me the moment I started dating you. And he was like, I got to warn you about her. She's a problem. Did you know she used to date that guy and she used him up for his money? Then I was trying to feel bad for her. I paid for her to go to college and did this. She got a bracelet from me too. So he was like, oh, for real? All right, yeah, okay. So now he's skeptical of the girl. And she showed all the messages he sent her. She said, look, this is the bracelet. I tried to give it back. Look, this is the message he sent me saying, thank you. So he saw all the messages. She saved them. So now the player on the team don't like the star player because he's like, okay, he playing games. So anything he tried to do to get the other player to go and then said, oh man, this ain't working out. I thought he was going to break up with her so I can get her. So all of a sudden he said, man, we might have to trade him. He goes back to the general manager, wants to trade the guy that they just got in a trade. He said, we can't do that. He's gotta be here for the rest of the season. He was like, we can't make a move until next season. So he gotta finish out the year. But he was like, I'm saying after this year, yeah, we might have to get rid of him. But he was playing well for the team. Didn't matter. Had to go. So while he's doing that, all of a sudden, Star Players has a great idea. He reaches out to the girl and says, I don't know why you playing games with me. You want this person to be on the team, and I know it's convenient for you now that the person is playing here on the team. I have to get him up out of here in a trade. He won't be back after this summer. So get ready to prepare to go play overseas because he's going to be out the league. Messing with me, I run the league. I'm just not on the team. I run the league. And I'll get him out of here. And she's like, please don't. He was like, well, you got to break up with him and go out with me. That's the only way I'm going to let this thing work. Basically blackmail. So she said, you're blackmailing me? Then all of a sudden, everything deletes. All the messages, everything. He just went to a total delete, blocked her. And then he went and said, man, this girl tried to set me up for a blackmail. When it told the general manager, the girl was trying to set him up for a blackmail. He deleted all messages and contact, and he blocked her on all platforms. So now, he's already created his alibi, but he forget one problem. He still wants this girl. So this person is desperate to do anything in his power to get this woman. This woman showed him no interest. So she's basically out of school now. She's actually doing her job. And she lives somewhere in Texas and is doing well out there. And that just wasn't good enough for this person. This person went to Texas. They ended up playing the Texas team. And she was in the town. He went to go find out where she lived. Hired a PI to find her. He had to have it. And said, find me a rental in that area so that they can have a rental over there. So for the summer, he want to camp out here. So it's just so he can run into this girl. He had to have her. All because she said no. Well, the girl had had enough after running into him in Texas. She said, this has gone far enough. Contacted the organization, told them what's been going on for years, showed the messages. They said they would handle it. Star player was called in. Star player was confronted with all of the messages and everything. And they said, look, we've done our own investigation into this. And there's so many violations that was made. From the general manager to you, this whole organization is screwed up. If the players union was ever to get any wind of this, it's over. Everything's done. It is literally all over. You sure you want to play this game? Now, all this woman is requesting is that you leave her alone. Star player says, all right, okay. Next thing you know, star player, the woman is getting messages from a number she doesn't even know, from an account she don't even know. And it's leaving her these long paragraph messages about what could have been, and you seem like a person who's just vindictive and likes torturing people. You're a manipulator, you're this, you're that. All these messages, right? So they track it back, and it ends up bouncing to star player. And star player didn't realize that even calling from someone else's phone, it was pinging from star player's house, from the tower and everything where star player was. It was right in his home. So when she talked about the harassment and all of these things, star player was arrested. Yep, star player was arrested, but they kept it out of the news. The general manager got involved and said, no, we got to keep all this out the news. Can't have that happen. And since the general manager is plugged in with the police department, they came and made sure star player just was not fingerprinted, the whole nine. No mug shot, nothing. Gotta go. Take him out the back door. It's too much money on the line. So now, star player is hurt. Now his career is being threatened because now the commissioner is involved. And he wants this over with now. No contact with this woman. Nothing. There will be no anything with this woman. Star player just can't let it go. Star player want people to harass this woman. Just random people just bashing on social media. Prank calls to the house from other people, not him. The
woman was so terrified of Star Player and his power and the money and all of that that she gave up her career in Texas and moved. And nobody know where she moved to. The police told her that she should change her name. That's how bad it was for her. Story time. Now, what happens when they dig these people back up? These people could pop back up. See, these are people that are called real victims. You know, not none of the fake victims that want all the attention. And see, that's the problem we have today. We have all these fake people walking around here, faking emotions, faking that things are happening to them. And because of these problems, we're stuck. We're in a conundrum of just BS. Everybody is stuck being stupid. I mean, everybody's getting tired of it, man. It's just a radical play that everyone tries to run. It's the same routine. I'll tell you another one. Professional athlete, football player, is married, going out, hanging out with the boys that go fishing. He runs into the guy's girlfriend, came, picked him up, and dropped him off, one of the teammates. The girl looks at him and whatever, and he's a big-time quarterback. You know, he's the quarterback of the team. He's the star. Here he is bonding with his offensive lineman, and, you know, the fullback, you know, they out fishing, and they get along great. So they talking about, I caught a bass, I caught a catfish, or whatever, you know, and everybody is having a good time. She comes to pick up a boyfriend. She see the star quarterback. She likes the star quarterback. She thinks he's hot. She tells her girlfriend that, and she was telling him he needs to settle down. He's like, wait a minute, I'm married. She's like, oh, I didn't know you were married. He's like, yeah, I'm married. It was, yeah, he off the market. She was like, I was going to hook him up with my girl. So, anyhow, the boyfriend who she's dating tells the quarterback, like, yeah, man, they think you're hot. He's like, yeah, she's telling her friend how hot you are and all this. He's telling this to the quarterback. So the quarterback knows that his girl is interested. So they all go out, and next thing you know, the quarterback's wife is seeing all this inappropriate text messages, because quarterback is dumb. He don't know the wife knows how to clone his phone and get into his accounts and see everything. So she's seeing all of this activity, these messages with the girlfriend of the other player, like, I want to be with you, but it's so awkward. Y'all on the same team. Can he get traded? Like, she wanted him traded, the fullback or whoever, the offensive lineman, whatever. One of them, she wanted him traded so that she can get with the quarterback and creep around with him. But the wife found out what was going on. The wife said, oh, okay. So the wife found out what was happening, and she goes out to Vegas and sleeps with her old boyfriend, who's an NBA basketball player. So the wife is out getting her revenge sex on. She comes home and tells the quarterback that she slept with her old boyfriend, the basketball player. And now the quarterback wants to fight the basketball player. And all over some text messages. He thought she was disgusting. He was like, "You are disgusting. I would never want anything to do with you." Over text messages, you run out and slept with somebody, you're disgusting. So, after everything was over with and it was done for, right, he wants to fight the NBA player. Let's just say none of it came to fruition. She got into it with him and they ended up still staying together. But now he's learned his lesson. So he ended up not messing around with that girl because he knew.
Like, I almost lost my wife. We had to go through therapy. The wife was just letting him know, like, hey, you pull that with anybody else if you want to, but you pull that with me, it ain't gonna happen. Now, let's get to racing, right? Yeah, that's right. Race car drivers. Two race car drivers, right? They're in a bar and they both like the same girl. Hot brunette walks in. They work at the office of this, like a Meritech or Meritrade, whatever. They work there, and then they come in and they also like work for Miller Lite and Bud Light or whatever sponsor they have for the event, and they go out there and show their bodies. They got nice bodies, and they work at the Ameritrade building as their main jobs. Then they would go to the car events and work for whatever, whoever, is sponsoring and say, hey, you want to sponsor this? Here's some extra money for the weekend. So anyway, they get to meet some of the drivers. So one of the drivers are there and she sees what's going on. They both like the same girl. So she's telling her girl, like, I got both of their phone numbers. But one of them doesn't really speak English that well. Like he's almost, like I guess French Canadian. So his accent's a little messed up. So the one that she really liked, she was gonna call him. She really likes him. He's cute. He's funny, but he don't win. And that's what her girl was like. Girl, he don't win. He don't win any races. Like he's always near the end. He's always last. Well, you don't want him. Get with the other guy. She's like, but he does. I don't barely understand him. So she's like, well, I tell you what. Let's double date. I'll take one and you take the other one. So she liked the guy who was coming in last. What's up? So she's hanging out with the dude that's coming in last. So they sitting there, they waiting for him. And he's like, okay, well, they coming in last. So they sitting there, and then they said, all right, well, if they come in last, then let's go out on a date with the both of them. So she said, okay, let's go out. Right? The French guy's talking. I'm from Canada, and I do this. So she's like laughing and all that, but she likes the guy that came in last. So they talking with him. the girl is hitting on the French guy, hoping that the French guy will like her. But the French guy really likes the girl that likes the guy that came in last. So they were all at this table in one big circle of everybody liking somebody else. So the guy who came in last saw that, man, this dude is in my way. And she told him, she was like, well, can you tell your friend to back off? Because, me and you can, I want to talk to you, but I don't want to hurt his feelings. So he was like, I'll talk to him. And then I'll hook him up with your friend. All right. So she was like, great. So her friend was with the French Canadian dude. So now the French Canadian guy, he wins the damn race or whatever. And she's up there with him. They busting the champagne. She's out there celebrating with him. And the other person, the other girl who hooks up with the one who was so adamant about the guy that came in last, he didn't even finish the race. He wrecked. So he was on the sideline. So now she's like, well, damn, he's the cute one. But look at her. She's up there with the winner. Now I get it. Now I see what she was saying, and I had my shot. I'm so stupid. I just blew it. And I just gave him to my friend. But he likes me. I'm finna go. And she went sashaying herself over there, calling him that night, crossing her own friend. Called a French Canadian guy. He comes out, but I thought you didn't like me. She was like, no, I just didn't want to hurt. He likes me, and I didn't want to hurt his feelings. And I met him first. But I really like you. And I know I feel so bad. I feel like a bad friend because I hooked you up with my friend. And I don't know, you guys look serious. And he like, no, it's not serious. I'm looking from Canada. So she was like, okay, cool. So we can hang out and kick it. All right. Now I'm with the guy that won the race. So now she finds out he sleeps with her and he's sleeping with the other one, the French guy. And the guy who lost the race, who crashed his car, was like, oh, okay. So now I lose the race. You don't want nothing to do with me no more. Okay, cool. I see what kind of girl you are. Screw it. He ain't really tripped. He's like, look, it is what it is. So they go all the way out. Once they go out through the back way, they come back down the down like this parrot, like it's like a big thing where they got the line there. They're coming down the line, and the other girl finds out because the two friends hadn't talked to each other about actually sleeping with the dude. So now they find out about the French Canadian dude that they both was sleeping with him, and they confront him like, "You slept with her?" and this and that. And he was like, yeah, I'm from Canada. Like, I was hoping that, we all could sleep together. I thought this is what you guys were doing with me. So he wasn't thinking like I'm in love. He was trying to sleep with all three of them. He was trying to have a threesome. He thought this is what they were doing. Like, she was working him up, sleeping with him, and the other one came and sleep. He thought this is an American game to lead up to a threesome. So that's all he thought it was. So in the racing game, the other guy who came in last ended up winning. He won the very next race. So it goes to show you. And the French Canadian guy, he placed. He was like maybe I think fourth or fifth, but that guy who came in last all the time, who never win, he won. Now, oh, don't feel sorry for the guy who came in last. He There's always a brunette and a blonde. They're everywhere. So now, as you can see, this is what happens in almost every sport. doing quite well. This happens in every sport. And now people have to figure out a way to make things work and keep it in the circle that it's supposed to be in. There's so many problems out here, and they just don't know how to navigate them. I I've seen it. So from different sports, from football to basketball to racing, even hockey, it's all the same. It's all these backstabbing people. They all trying to they all whores. They all gonna sleep with each other's wives, girlfriends. They pass them along. It's professional athletes. It's just men being men. That's what happens. Yeah. So this was fun, people. We had a great educational story time. There's plenty of these stories, and they all real. But I'm out.